Hey, hi Facebook land. Oh my goodness, I somehow couldn't find my live button to get started. So a little bit late this morning, that's life, stuff happens, right? So here I am, as you can see. I'm just gonna, I don't know if I can turn the camera around. I guess I better not monkey around with things because I had the challenge getting on here. Anyway, as you can see, I'm in beautiful Florida. The background is it's reflected on my patio door. I'm sitting here and it's sunny and warm, and I've just been reflecting. It's January 20th and people are now starting to have the New Year's resolution hangovers. So I've been listening a lot to Dr. Joe Dispenza. So I made some notes for you guys because it's all about these, we had these great aspirations and now it's like, it's not happening. I fell off the wagon. I can't keep doing it. So I tapped into one of his YouTube videos, and you can check it out. So what I'm going to be saying is a lot of notes that I took when listening to Dr. Joe. So his title, and I put it up here, is How to Unlock the Full Potential of Your Mind. Imagine that. Most of us only use 10% of our God-given gifts, right? So one of the things I recognize is the reason why people aren't achieving or getting or moving forward is that our minds are programmed for stress, right? So programmed for stress, what does that mean? When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? You start thinking about your to-do list, right? So I'm adopting a new practice, and that is taking on meditation, right? So when I first wake, what I'm doing is I'm going to clear my mind of the clutter, of the to-do list, and I'm going to slow down my breathing and start to visualize my day, how I want my day to go, and that produces the thoughts in terms of how I want to live my life. And what you're seeing here, you guys, that reflection, that is the result of that visualization process that I did regularly eons ago. So I'm going back to that. So you want to close your eyes, you want to rehearse the picture, you want to create the video of what is it you're seeing, what is it you're living, what is it you're feeling, right? And this is kind of like you're creating new, Dr. Joe says, new neural pathways. Wow, new neural pathways. Say that fast. So if you think of the charcoal filter, the charcoal in your water filter, the water takes a long time to come through that charcoal filter, but the next time it's a little faster, the next time's a little faster, and pretty soon it's just going right through. So that's our brain. Our brains are hardwired, and we already have these ways of thinking, stressful ways of thinking, hardwired in our brain. So we need to change that. Hey, Miss Barbara McCochran, haven't seen you in a long time. So where am I? Made some notes here, right? So one of the things you want to do is, hey, Sue Honer, nice to see you. Thought you'd be out on the golf course. So one of the things you want to start doing, and I started doing this many moons ago, is how I ended up here in this beautiful sunshine, is to keep acting as if. Acting as if. What is it you desire? Is it peace? Is it prosperity? Is it happiness? Is it love? Is it an ideal body? Is it a full bank account? Most people, however, are focused on their current circumstances, what you don't have. And I did that for years, you guys. 49 years old, and I'm like, how did I get here, right? So hey guys, hey Shirley, I'm just going to say hi to a few people. Nice to see you guys here. It took me a while to figure out how to get on, how to do my Facebook Live this morning. So thanks for tuning in real time. Okay, so most people, I said, are focused on current circumstances, what we don't have, right? Lack. And we're waiting for something to change in order for us to change our thinking. And what Dr. Joe says is, you can't wait for success to feel successful. You can't wait for your wealth to feel abundant. You can't wait for healing to feel whole, right? So he talks about this quantum world of cause and effect. So start thinking abundance, like you already possess the thing that you desire, right? And the moment, and I'm quoting Dr. Joe, was sort of paraphrasing him, the moment you start to feel abundant, you start to generate wealth. The moment you start to feel empowered, you're generating success. The moment you start to feel whole, your healing begins. The moment you start to love yourself and love your life, you've started this creation process of creating the life that you desire. And so this kind of thinking gets us out of victim mode. Woe is me. How did this happen to me? That was me, you guys, 49 years old. How did I get here? Back cleavage, a job that looked like it was gonna disappear, right? So thinking about things, current reality, kept me in that stuck place, a body that wasn't functioning. So understand that we got to be the believers, the creators of our future. So ask yourself this question. Because I started to think about this weekend. Does your thinking, and I got to read this, does your thinking create your environment, or does your environment create your thinking? The challenge for most of us is our environment is controlling how we think unconsciously. So how do we break that pattern? It's the visualization process. Start to envision your future, the future you desire, the change that you and I need to be greater than our environment and the conditions of our world. So to change, we need to be greater than our environment, and that starts with our thoughts. So I've started a meditation practice because I've been hearing so much about it, but I just couldn't quiet my mind. So I went on YouTube and I found a wonderful 30-day meditation. So every day they are going to take me through a series of, just beginning how to meditate. Be kind to yourself, right? So meditation is, and Oprah keeps talking about, I'm a big Oprah fan. Meditation is a tool. This is how you disconnect from the stress, the to-do list, the environment that you're in. How did I get here? And just surrender the monkey mind and be still, right? And yeah, you may start off just doing it for a minute, but I find when somebody's talking to me, it quiets my mind. So Dr. Joe Dispenza also shares that you don't have to believe everything you think, right? We're programmed to think bad thoughts, right? That's human beings. So because bad things have happened to us, and we keep remembering that. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. So what he says is that we think, oh my God, I had no idea, 60 to 70,000 thoughts in one day. And 90% of those thoughts were the things that we were thinking about yesterday, right? So do a mental check today. How long have you been thinking about the same things over and over and wondering why things aren't changing, right? So what we think about, we bring about. So what are some of those thoughts that I know I thought about them for a long time, right? Oh, I'm a flight attendant. I'm not able to make enough money, and I'm stuck here, and I hate my job, and how am I gonna get out of debt? And I got to the point where I really did hate my job, right? So I've heard some people say, oh, my relationship sucks with whomever, your parent, your spouse, your kids. I'm not as good as her. I did a lot of that comparing. I'm too short. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. Right? And things like, people say this. I know, I used to say it. It's never going to change. Okay, as the genie on The Secret says, your wish is my command. So the other thing I also hear because of my business is my body is programmed to be this way. I'm big boned, right? Hello. Or I can't do what she does, right? I'm too old. I started this process at 50. I'm too old to change. It's my hormones, right? So what we're saying is what we think about, we bring about, we say, we do, it creates, right? Those same thoughts lead to the same choices. The same choices leads to the same behavior. The same behavior creates the same experience. The same experience produces the same emotion, right? Feeling bad. The same emotion keeps you where you don't want to be. So, how do you and I, how do we change? Just become conscious of what you're thinking. That's it. Just become conscious of that thought and begin to become aware of what you think, how you're acting, and how you're feeling. Because thoughts produce feelings, produce action, produce the result, produce the emotions, feel bad, right? We feel bad, and we don't do anything. So the more conscious you become of those unconscious states of mind and body, you'll find that your thoughts just won't slip by you. And doing this meditation first thing in the morning really brings all this to light, right? How do you change your thoughts? Just think a different thought. Like when you're planting a garden, right? Those thoughts that aren't working, they're like weeds. You got to pluck them out, right? You pluck them out, you put a beautiful new flower in there, put a beautiful new thought in there. And the meditative process will help you produce those different results and the desires that you want. So this is what Dr. Joe says, and it helps to unmemorize emotions that are stored in your body. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been doing this work for a week, and I already feel just like the weight of the world is off my shoulders, right? So what he says is we need to deprogram to reprogram. And when you're reprogramming, you're going to come to those aha moments. What happens when you have those aha moments? Some people have the aha moment and they don't do anything about it because it's going to put you into that unknown zone, into the uncomfortable zone. For me, going to the gym was very uncomfortable when I first started. I didn't, the machines, I don't know how to do it. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look bad, right? And so what do? You don't do anything. So I actually started at home. I started doing an exercise program at home until I start to feel better, and then I ventured out into a gym, and then I got a trainer. And so you're creating these new neurological pathways, new ways of thinking that will help you get to where you want to go, right? I shared this with you guys. When I first started thinking about exercise, I would like roll on the floor laughing, right? Because it's like, whoa, exercise, it takes too long. I don't know how. My hair gets all sweaty. I don't know what to do. And so I just had to say, stop it. Choose a new thought, right? Choose a new thought. So how do you get to the side of all those juicy emotions? Because emotions are key, you guys. I also listen to a lot of Esther Hicks, and she says pay attention to your emotions because they're telling you your state of being, right? So how do you get to those juicy emotions of happiness, joy, love, gratitude? It's just deciding to be happy, joyful, loving, grateful, even when your circumstances aren't producing it. Because you're creating that new pathway, that new way of thinking. So we, every day, get to choose to live in survival or creation. Survival is the stress. That's the stress zone, right? And 70% of the people, I don't know where these statistics come, 70% of people are living in survival and stress. Just ask your neighbor, ask your coworker, ask your friend, right? And stress can be like, oh my God, I have so much money, I don't know how to spend it. No, I'm just kidding. Right? That would be good stress. So stress, how is it created, right? Your thoughts, the people around you, your environment. Just notice who's pushing your buttons, who's pushing your emotional buttons. And those stress hormones, understand that they create disease in the body when they're there all the time. That's how your immune system is suppressed. You get sick, right? There's a whole bunch of people that had that cold and that awful cough. Like, no, I'm not getting that, right? I'm bumping up my immune system, thinking happy thoughts, playing music, dancing, laughing, right? So what are the emotions created by the survival stress? And I'm just going to zip through these really quick. Anger, hostility, aggression, hatred, competition, fear, anxiety, worry, pain, suffering, guilt, shame, unworthiness, envy, jealousy. You guys ever felt that? Okay, me too, right? So as human beings, we can't seem to take our attention of the one bad thing that happened in our day, in our life, from way back then, right? And there could be 9 great things that happen, but we're stuck on that one bad thing, right? So it's the emotions of creation will help you transition and focus on the 9 good things and release the bad things. So let me see. So these emotions of creation, I'm just going to read this to you because this is from Dr. Joe. Research shows that emotions are not hardwired at birth, but are constructed by our brains and our bodies as we go through life. Our life experiences create these neural pathways that keep us stuck in the past, right? So it means that I am so excited when I heard that we can be the architect of our future and our emotional life. That's huge, you guys. So what are the emotions of creation? All right, here they are. I already said them. Joy, happiness, love, patience, energy, kindness, generosity, acceptance, tolerance, worthiness, sharing, caring, praise, collaboration, ask for what you want, allowing it to come, compassion, and the I am statements. So consciously practicing and choosing better thoughts, you guys, and catching yourself when you have that thought that isn't serving you. Visualize the future as it has already happened. That's what I did here, and I want to show this to you guys, right? This also helps. This picture I made, these are pictures of a house I used to live in. And I made it like 5 years before I actually got in the house, and my house actually had this round window. That was the exact fireplace in my house. That was my exact bedroom. So visualize it. I started doing something and writing out, what is my ideal day look like? You know, who's around me? What kind of furniture am I sitting on? What am I seeing? What am I smelling? What am I feeling? What am I touching? You get to design it, right? And then visualize it and understand that when you keep choosing the same old thoughts, same old things happen, right? That's the trap, the emotional rut that so many of us get caught into. So I'm going to invite you to partner with somebody, get an accountability buddy, talk to each other once a week, coach each other in your thinking, catch people when they're saying things. And I see this on the golf course all the time. Some of them, you know, and I've done it in the past, but don't do it anymore. You have a bad shot and you go, oh, you're so stupid. No, you're not. You just had a bad golf shot, right? Why would you dump on yourself? So yeah, just that's my world, right? So practice meditation. Do it one week at a time, one day at a time, right? I'm doing it in the morning, at night, and oh my goodness, I used to have these vivid nightmares. And when I started doing this now at nighttime, I haven't had any of those weird, crazy, wild dreams anymore. I have a very peaceful sleep, right? So take care of yourself. Choose good thoughts. Breathe, right? Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Smile more, because that, I didn't say this, but I've heard this. I don't know who said it. So if you find out who it is, please share. That which you are seeking is seeking you. Watch what happens, my friends. Love to hear your feedback. Look forward to connecting with you. And you can find me on my website, CarolynRodrigues.com. Love to chat with you. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.